I believe it was around 2007 maybe, not so early. My father actually was going quite often with his friends, but I was never the part of it. But finally I was able to go with my friends to see a bit around. It was Finland Rally, and it was fun. We were camping by the stages, and having fun like a proper rally tourists were that time. So it was something different, and I've never done it like this since then, but it's special in Finland.
I have some memories when I was really small, going to service park in some WRC event, and of course Dad was just retired at that time, or I don't know, maybe he was still driving, just going around the teams, seeing the cars up close and seeing all the team bosses and people around the teams. It was nice. I remember going around the service park and just enjoying it.
I'm pretty sure I was at a WRC event way before I could remember that show, following my dad, of course. But one of my first memories was seeing Colin come. We were stood up on an embankment and seeing Colin come down the hill and pass us completely at 90 degrees to the road. That was a memory that'll always, let's say, stick from when I was quite younger. But I'm sure I was attending way before that time.
So the first World Championship rally that I was at was good old Rally Ireland, 2007. My dad was actually competing. Probably the coldest and most wettest I've ever been in my whole life, all weekend. It never stopped raining from start to finish. But an amazing spectacle, I have to say. We were out watching, I can remember vividly, one of the early morning stages, milling out of the heavens with rain, and just watching the cars coming along up in the distance, and it was something very, very special. And I remember watching it thinking, I would dearly love one day to be part of the World Championship and fight at the top with all these incredible drivers. And finally, a couple of years later, it took a while, we're here, and I can still remember vividly being there on that weekend.
This was one event I was waiting with my family and my friends every year. It was Rally Catalunya, to go there to see the kings. I have really nice memories from this rally when I was with my parents and some friends, and I have always really nice memories. The image I have of this rally is to see the Subarus of ProDrive. I will never forget this. I remember also I was really fan of Bruno Thierry, and he don't know me for nothing, and he came to talk with me one day, and I talked with him. I was little child. We make some pictures, and now I was working with him in Hyundai because it was gravel crew of Thierry, and I still have a picture with him when I was little.
When I saw first time ever WRC event was 2005. In Rally Japan, Hokkaido, and I just went to see my father driving, and then I saw many loud cars, and that was very spectacular, of course. But then 2007 I went to the Rally Finland, and then I saw that car going crazy fast and jumping everywhere, and that was very impressive. And it's hard to imagine that moment. 2007, I was 14 years old. I went to Jyväskylä, which is my first spectating in World Rally Championship. Then 8 years later, I started rallying properly from Jyväskylä. So I don't know, it's very special feeling this also.
It's a long time ago. It's in 2005, I think, Tour de Corse with my father. It was a fantastic memory. It was at Ajaccio, a bit more on the north than where I live. And I remember that I saw Marcus Gronholm in the Focus in the past with Sébastien Loeb. He was with the blue Xara, do you remember? And I said, it's look to be something special,
It must have been Rally Germany. Probably the year where François Duval drove the RACB Xara, the yellow, white. This must have been probably the first and the only WRC event I followed as a spectator. If I went there to watch, it was probably because one day I wanted to do the same, and Maybe the only feeling I could have had was jealousy, because I would have preferred to be in the car and do like the stars did.
What I remember is this mostly nice stages somehow. I think back then there was even more nice stages than in our day, and it was probably early 90s or late 80s, and I remember a big fire with a group of friends, my parents drinking this hot wine, you know, around the fire, and seeing the car going through for hours. So that's the kind of first memories I have from Monte Carlo. And then growing up a little bit, then it started to be more with friends, maybe going and see the rally. Yeah, of course, Monte Carlo was the first one, and basically the only one I was watching as a kid.